Super seniors on with A.J. Green and Noah Carter getting the start at center. As a big story for UNI has been Austin Fife, the fourth-year Panther out of Waverly, Iowa, has been hit and miss, dealing with some long-term COVID effects after contracting the virus this summer, and sometimes just can't catch his wind.
Well, shoot-around, the plan was to start him, Austin Fife, at the center spot, but that changed throughout the day. This is going to be a tough matchup for Noah Carter on Ben Cricky.
And it creates a different kind of a matchup on both ends of the floor. Here you see Carter with it guarded by Cricky. Green with it, gets it back to Pickford. So this is Carter going to work against King inside. And Noah Carter with her first two of the game.
We talked about points in the paint. There it is. Noah Carter goes right in the post with Kobe King and scores over the top.
Carter making just his second start of the season. There's Cricky trying to get it on that lower block. A.J. Green over to Trey Burhow. Now along the baseline, Heisey can't get the layup to fall, but tracks down the loose ball, and UNI keeps possession. This is Burhow.
That's what Nate Heisey does for you. Second chance opportunities, gets his own miss, kicks it out. Burhow makes him pay.
And then Heisey comes up with a steal. Pickford ahead to Burhow, another three. 8-0 UNI. Here you see head coach Ben Jacobson. As UNI over 300 wins. And in his 16th season as head coach. Of course, 2 wins over #1 ranked teams. #1 Kansas in the NCAA tournament, and they hosted and defeated North Carolina here on their home floor.
Well, the key for Northern Iowa was tighten up the handle, but Valpo is the one been turning the basketball over.
3 turnovers early on, and there's Cricky doing what Cricky does. Flips it to King, and the two-hand dunk puts Valpo on the board.
How about the big man Cricky? He's guarding the point guard, A.J. Green. Digs one out. Easy basket for Valpo.
Valparaiso, we mentioned, have won 5 of their last 6 games. Pickford knocks in a 3 over King.
Well, Pickford does not make many threes. That is a great sign for the Panthers. Play with confidence.
Just his 6th on the season. Here's Anderson, fires from up top, and Cricky the long rebound. Aaron Gordon in the game for Valpo, trying to provide a spark off the bench. King down to Gordon.
Shot clock situation.
There's Kobe King, has to get it off. Just beats the shot clock and gets it to fall.
That's what King can do. He can create his own offense. Old school, off the bounce, 2-point range shooter.
Carter from the top of the key, too strong. Taylor able to keep that ball from getting tipped out. Gordon the rebound. Head to Anderson. Anderson, 3 transfers from Wisconsin. Kobe King and Joe Hedstrom will come through the Badger program, and Anderson gets top of the last week.
Missouri State coming off that big win at home against Drake, led by Mosley, second in the Valley in scoring, and Gage Prim, another double-double for Prim.
Substitutions for both teams. Joe Hedstrom, we mentioned, a transfer from Wisconsin in the game. Preston Reedinger on the floor as well for Valpo, and for UNI, Bowen Bourne and Antoine Kimmons and Cole Henry in the lineup for the Panthers.
Beacon's got to get some ball going side to side. That one got stuck on the right side of the floor. They need better ball movement.
Kevion Taylor letting it fly. Taylor offensively has made A three-pointer in 77 consecutive games. He'll look to extend that streak today as Burhow continues to fill it up. He's got 8 early here for UNI.
Burhow is in the groove.
Hedstrom inside, gets the shot to fall. Joe Hedstrom, 7-footer from Hopkins, Minnesota. Played 9 games a season ago for the Wisconsin Badgers.
One of the 3 transfers from Wisconsin. Hedstrom. Kithier, the Michigan State transfer, out today. And on their win against Illinois State, also did not play. Thomas Kithier.
Kithier still in COVID protocol, and really Hedstrom's gotten more minutes with Kithier in that protocol and trying to take advantage of those opportunities.
And it moved Krikke to the 5 spot. Heat check by Burhow.
Not hesitating to fire it after you make your first 3. And a travel violation on the Beacons. UNI gets it back. Valparaiso head coach Matt Loddick. 9th season overall at Valparaiso, 91 and 84 as a head coach. You see his impact players coming through the portal.
So we got in the Valley. We need guys who could pass, shoot, and dribble. Took 5 from the transfer portal, 4 out of the Big Ten. King, Anderson, Hedstrom, Kithier, and Taylor, great scorer at Winona State.
Austin Fife in the game, working against Krikke on the lower block. His first action of the evening. Out to Kimmins, and now gets it back with 7 on the shot clock. Titan Anderson also on the floor for UNI. Bourne kicks it out, and there's not enough time on the clock for Kimmins to fire it away, and the shot clock violation turns into a great defensive possession for Valpo.
Good defensive possession. They forced Bourne to put it on the deck. And a turnover result as they can get the shot off in time. Titan Anderson also in the game for the Panthers. Very good defender for Northern Iowa.
Second-year freshman. Here's Krikke. Third-team All-Valley working against Fife. Also third-team All-Valley a season ago.
Well, Krikke was the most improved team a year ago, and he may be on it again this year, Brad. Ben Kricke's been tearing it up for Valparaiso.
This is a foul going on Reedinger, grabbing Titan Anderson on the rebound. And that's his first foul on Valpo. Fife gets a breather. Noah Carter back in, so we'll keep an eye on Austin Fife. He started on Sunday, played just 4 minutes, and never played after that first media timeout.
Well, Ben Jacobson is going to be a daily decision on how many minutes Austin Fife gets. It's a tougher matchup for Ben Krikke with Fife on the bench. Now he's matched up on Bowen Bourne.
There's Anderson working around Edwards for 2.
This kid is earning more minutes. Defense got him on the floor. Offense going to keep him there.
There is the defense, but a block foul called on Heisey along the baseline. It's Titan Anderson.
Watch the footwork and balance. Patience. Anderson with a strong finish. We talked about play with power at the rim. That's what Titan Anderson did on that last finish.
6'6" freshman out of Eldridge, Iowa, out of North Scott High School. As Kobe King gets the first free throw to fall. Second free throw is good.
King gets more comfortable each game. We mentioned this is only his 6th game back, and he took a year and a half off of basketball. He started 19 games at Wisconsin, averaged 10 a game, had 24 against Indiana.
But when he played December 7th, it was his first game since January 24th, 2020. It was pre-pandemic before his last game.
And I mentioned the Open. He was moving furniture a year ago right now in Mankato. He said it was cold, And guess who recruited him? Trevor Anderson, the point guard, said, I'm going to Valpo, and he was able to persuade Kithier, King, and Hedstrom to join him. Here's a good look at A.J. Green. Ben Crookie.
Both coming off 18-point performances on Sunday. Titan Anderson with 2 more. Second-year freshman up off the bench. Crookie and Green yet to score here in this first half of action.
Anderson growing more confident in his offensive abilities.
Kicks it out to Edwards. Shot clock down to 2. Crookie has to fire the fadeaway. This is Kimmins in transition.
That entire possession, Valpo played around the edge. Never got the ball inside the three-point line.
One born from the corner, rebounded by King. And UNI coach Ben Jacobson said he thought offensively on Sunday his team had better ball movement around on the offensive end of the floor.
They made some changes after that trip to Hawaii, as you saw Crookie just hit that baseline jumper. That 15-foot and in, he is dangerous, Ben Crookie.
Guarding Carter on the block. Starting at that 5 spot for UNI tonight. Gets the tough 2 inside. It's going around Ben Crookie. Preseason second-team All-Valley selection.
More points at the rim for the Panthers as Carter scores in the block. In their wins and far less in their losses.
Nate Heisey, a 2-hand dunk for UNI, and a timeout taken by Matt Loddick. As Nate Heisey spotlighted him at the top of the game, the freshman from Lake City, Minnesota.
The second-year freshman with a blow-by and a 2-handed punch down. He's got some explosiveness. Heisey becoming a crowd favorite in the McLeod Center.
At 19 points against Wyoming, a double-double against Jackson State and a UNI win. 12 points, 11 rebounds. 15 points. He had 3 threes against Valpo in UNI's win a season ago.
When I asked Ben Jacobson to describe him, the first word was toughness, and the second was he's a two-way player. He can defend the best player at the defensive end, and he can score at the offensive end. Big smile on Nate Heisey as he threw down that punch. Remember, he missed one against Evansville, a run-out dunk, trying to make up for it.
He missed it right towards the bench, too. Almost rolled it past Coach Jacobson. The dump down to Anderson, couldn't handle it. A couple of turnovers here the last 2 possessions for Valparaiso. And the Panthers extend their lead to double digits here. This 11-point lead is their largest, as that's the 8th turnover now.
This is the Valpo team that leads the league in the least amount of turnovers. They have struggled today against this defense, swarming defense of the Panthers.
Green gets it to Heisey. Green into the lane. Tough shot. Gets it over the rim somehow. His first bucket of the game.
That's where A.J. Green has really worked on his game. We know he can hit deep threes, but the finish at the rim in traffic is something A.J. Green has really worked to improve on.
This is Darius Diavero, freshman from Ottawa. Whistled for the travel. It's in the lane, and good energy from the UNI Panthers defensively here, and movement offensively helps space out that defense.
You've got to pressure Green at the three-point line. He's shown his ability now to put it on the floor, and that is great body control. Got his chin on the rim, which means he squared up his shoulders on the finish. Becomes a higher percentage shot. A.J. Green can score at all levels. why he's on our Larry Bird watch.
2020 NBC Larry Bird Trophy winner. He played just 3 games a season ago before getting shut down. Ended up with 2 hip surgeries over the winter and spring as Cricky fouls Henry. Henry trying to make a move towards the rim.
Well, Northern Iowa's known as a team traditionally in the last few years that shoots threes. But this team is really making an effort to attack the rim, either on the dribble or the pass or the post up with Henry. In their 2 Valley games, they are leading the league in 3-point makes. And now they're adding that inside game.
Green feeds it inside. Henry gets blocked by King, but Henry able to get it back and gets fouled on the putback. And that is foul number 2 on Ben Cricky here with 8:13 to play in the first half.
That's a problem for Valpo. See Hedstrom in at the scores table about to come in. They use Henry to ball screen, and they're doing long help Valparaiso. Henry dives to the rim. King was late to arrive. Fouled him on that second chance opportunity.
Henry gets 1 of 2. His lead up to 14, their largest of the game.
A big key matchup to keep an eye on right here is Pickford on Anderson. Ben Jacobson thought that would be huge in this game. As Anderson, he's the quarterback of this club. He makes them go.
Haven't heard his name a ton yet here in this first half, and you're saying by design by UNI's defense.
Pickford's been very good on Anderson. It's the old saying, you got to cut the head off the snake. King there with a tough 2 in that last trip.
There's Green a catch and shoot 3. King the rebound ahead to Anderson. Here he is out in space. Pull up 3. Left it short. Burhow the rebound. Henry out to Burhow, over to Heisey, the 3-pointer from the corner for the second-year freshman. Heisey with 5 points.
And this kid is going to be a star in the Valley. He's what you nickname a second-year freshman because he got the COVID year listed as a freshman. Shooting 45% from 3, Heisey is.
Had a team-high 30 steals a season ago as a freshman, leading UNI with 18 steals already this season, just 12 games in. He's got 5 points, but Kevin also 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal already. Burhow from the corner. He's got 2 triples already that have fallen. That one won't go.
How about the pass from Cole Henry? He's 6'10" and was a high school quarterback.
Losing it on his way up was Taylor.
Valpo was completely disjointed offensively, especially with Cricky on the bench.
Backdoor cut. Pickford receives the Henry pass.
The high school quarterback, and he told me, hey, we ran the spread offense by Matt Loddick, but he's got to do it. His team's only got 10 points, 14 minutes into this game. This Panther defense has shut off the water. Valparaiso.
Ricky, you could tell calling for it immediately upon checking in, and fouled on that 3-point attempt. Sheldon Edwards, the sophomore from West Palm Beach, Florida, on the MVC all-freshman team last season as well. Edwards 8 points per game, 3 rebounds a contest a season ago. Led the team in threes made, and just 12 a game this year for the Beacons.
Sheldon Edwards is a gunslinger. He can get it going. This may be what he needs. Drop in 3 off that foul, as he can fill it up in a hurry. 23 against Tulane, was all tournament in the Nassau Championship that Valparaiso played in earlier this year. Loddick just holding his breath. Cricky doesn't get that third foul. They went zone to try to protect Ben Cricky.
But down 19, his message at that timeout was what? You got to just start chipping away, right?
You really do. You can't turn the ball over. That'd be the number one message. You got to pass and catch. That is a lost art. And there's Edwards.
Bounded by Kimmons. It's the pass ahead. Burhow had an open three. Green passed on a three. Kimmons gets the easy lay-in for 2.
That was just poor defense. You can't allow Kimmons, a non-shooter, to put it on the deck and take right through the heart of your defense.
Edwards from the corner gets it to Cricky. Now comes back to get it. Over to Anderson. Pass fake left him open. Can't hit the three. As Anderson 0 for 3 to start the game.
Brad, the Beacons are playing around the perimeter. They're not attacking off the bounce or the pass.
Carter whistled for an offensive foul inside. Anderson supplying the defense.
Carter in disbelief. So is Coach Jacobson.
Jerry Pollard, Darren George, Craig Murley, our officials. Saw an unshaven Coach Jacobson in that shot as well.
Yeah, he got a challenge from longtime radio man Gary Rima about.
Well, they both apparently had just a little bit of stubble on Sunday, and they beat Evansville in the post-game radio show. Gary Rima says, "Coach, I won't shave until UNI wins. How about you?" He says, "Okay." Walked right into it. Walked right into it.
I like Ben Cricky's beard. That's a good-looking beard. Staying in the zone. Last time Kimmons went right through it, right down Main Street.
There's Carter. Had the angle on Cricky.
I like what they're doing because Cricky's got 2 fouls. They're still going to attack him in the middle of the zone.
Anderson left open, fires the three, finally connects. Trevor Anderson, the 6th-year senior from Wisconsin.
One of the rules for Northern Iowa this game, we saw it during the shoot-around, no gambles. Kimmons gambled, left Anderson open, and he made him pay. Get the lid off for Valpo.
A.J. Green, just 2 points so far for the Panthers.
UNI has also taken away anything in transition for Valparaiso. They've gotten back, built the wall. There he is. Anderson's trying to make some behind. Valpo's got themselves in a hole. You're on the road. It's tough to dig out of. And Valpo has always had problems in Cedar Falls. It's been a nemesis for this team going back to when these teams were together in the old Mid-Con League.
A.J. Green, his first 3 of the game, adds to the woes for Valpo and Cedar Falls.
Great play on the timeout. That was a misdirection to shift the zone. They brought A.J. back into the weak side gap. Just like you drew it up on the grease board.
Valparaiso program history 1-15 in Cedar Falls against the UNI Panthers. Kevin, that one win though came a season ago.
Well, Matt Loddick has done something that even Homer Drew couldn't do. That was winning the Cedar Falls. They put Green in the gap, reversed it, and just stepped him out in the open hole. Great play against the zone.
A.J. Green with 5 points here early on. There's a bucket from Kevion Taylor.
The streak stays alive. 78 straight games for Kevion Taylor with a 3 going back to his days at Winona State.
He's from Division II, Winona State. Actually played against Valparaiso assistant Matt Bowen when Matt Bowen was in his final year at Minnesota Duluth. There's Carter hitting a 3.
You cannot zone Northern Iowa for very long. They get in a comfort area against zones. Too many shooters. Green, Carter, Burhow, Heisey. They get all filled up deep.
Shot clock at 7. Gordon over to Taylor. Guarded by Carter. Gordon fires the three, and Gordon connects. His first shot attempt of the game.
Gordon with a big game against Illinois State. 13 in the first half, knocked down some threes. That time he just filled in the open gap, squared it, filled it.
Trey Burhow, too strong off the back iron. It's Anderson the rebound.
Well, Northern Iowa's not a great offensive rebounding team, but that's been Valpo's problem. They gave up 18 offensive boards against Illinois State, 12 against Drake. More second chance points for the Panthers.
Titan Anderson had the offensive rebound and then finishes that possession. Just hang in the air as he finished that one. Final minute of the first half. UNI leading it by 19.
Another empty possession for the Beacons. I think Jerry Pollard's checking out Coach Jake's beard. Liking that.
I think he's giving him a hard time about it.
Did you break your razor, Coach?
He goes one game without shaving, right?
It'd take me 2 weeks to grow a beard to look that good. He did it in 2 days.
UNI 41, Valparaiso 22. Final minute of this first half. A.J. Green straight to the rim, gets the layup. The easy two gives Green 7 here in the first half.
Might get a 2-for-1 out of this. Valpo had to abandon the zone.
Gordon in lane, taken away by Anderson. Wants to run a little 2-on-2. Anderson lost it, gets whistled for the double dribble.
Titan Anderson got a little excited because he was going to throw it up in the air to Carter. The defender kind of backed off. Lost the handle.
Pickford checks in for A.J. Green.
Good move.
Falls native.
Bringing your defensive team here in this last possession. Kimmons, Pickford, both excellent on-the-ball defenders.
How about A.J. Green, 2020 Valley Larry Bird Player of the Year. Played just 3 games last year. Preseason Player of the Year. The respect for his game is valley-wide.
Valpo needs some momentum. They need a bucket going into halftime.
King trying to back down Anderson. King's been the offensive answer. Too strong, rebounded by Carter. And Burhow. 6 different Panthers with 5 or more points. Just King for Valparaiso.
What's been impressive about Northern Iowa's offensive attack is A.J. Green only has 7 points. They've been able to spread the wealth around, and a number of players have contributed. Great balance by Northern Iowa.
Pickford tips that pass away. Your starters out there: Taylor, Edwards, Anderson, Cricky, and King to start the second half for Valparaiso. For UNI, Heisey, Pickford, Green, Burhow, and Carter. Cricky wants it inside.
I would get Cricky as many touches as possible to start this half.
Edwards the 3 from the top of the key. Challenged, but he makes it.
The gunslinger, Edwards, he can fill it up in a hurry. You don't want him to get going if you're the Panthers, if you're the Beacons. You want to see the hot hand from Sheldon Edwards.
Edwards, one of 4 Beacons with 3 points in that first half. He got all 3 of his from the free throw line. Burhow had a couple threes in that first half. He now has 3, and he's into double figures with 11.
Deep corner. Sheldon Edwards was tardy on the recovery. Burhow opens up with another hot hand, just like he did to start this game.
Green guarding Cricky. Cricky calls for it. Little jumper from Taylor and an easy 2 for Taylor, the Milwaukee, Wisconsin native. Played 4 years at Winona State.
They doubled Cricky, backed it out, and Taylor found the open spot.
Heisey the feed to Carter. Wide open on the block.
Great pocket pass by number 0, Nate Heisey. Bounce pass underneath the hands of the defenders. Makes it look easy.
There's Anderson now working against Heisey on the block. Tough shot inside.
He is a tough kid. I like his game. Ben Jacobs was really concerned about Trevor Anderson, trying to slow him down.
Had just 3 points in that first half, and yes, Coach Jacobs, and as Carter gets another 2. 2020, 21, MVC Scholar Athlete and COSIDA Academic All-District honors for surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Kevin, you say he's got good business acumen.
He was spent a lot of time in quarantine last year, and he got into investments. So whenever I visit with Ben Cricky, I ask him how the investments are going. I asked him today. He's talked about how to transform his portfolio a little bit. I'm going to use him as my investment counselor. Ben Cricky.
He spent 100 days in quarantine last year, starting about in the summer and kind of through that whole season. And, you know, whether it was symptoms or contact tracing, a lot of it was that just kind of put him on the couch. But, well, Arch Madness 2022 tips off March 3rd. We'll go through the 6th, and the only place to celebrate before and after all the action at Enterprise Center is the MVC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village. For all you need to know about the Fan Hangout, download the Arch Madness app today. This is Heisey taking it to the rim. That's blocked from behind by Edwards. Tipped alive, King ahead to Taylor. And Edwards gets fouled by Burhow. That's his second personal foul. Good defense on that possession for Valparaiso. That's something that energy on the defensive end of the floor for Valparaiso seems like that needs to pick up.
Well, we've seen here in the second half, there's been more communication by Valparaiso at the defensive end. They're trying to drag Cricky off on those ball screens and really spread them out and make it long recovery to Noah Carter.
He goes down to the corner. Here's Edwards. Fires the 3 over Heisey and connects. Edwards hitting from outside. He now has 9 points for the Beacons.
He's a microwave. Now he can get you back in a game in a hurry. Sheldon Edwards. Big time score came out of West Palm Beach.
Pickford passes to Burhow. The help defense gets the takeaway. That's Edwards with the steal.
Great read by Edwards on the weak side. Wouldn't snag that pass, but another turnover.
Loses it out of bounds. The 14th turnover by Valpo, but got the triple to fall here.
He's like A.J. Green. He needs no space to get his shot off. Sheldon Edwards, the gunslinger, I call him.
Averages 12 points per game. Leads the team in three-pointers made this season. 33 on the year for Edwards. Carter can't get the tough two, but how about Titan Anderson, an offensive rebound?
I was going to say this is a big possession for Valpo, but Anderson, second chance opportunities will kill you if you're trying to make a comeback.
Nearly lost it. Now UNI resets, just 6 on the shot clock. Burhow fires the deep 3. And Cricky gets the long rebound. Anderson almost got UNI another possession. Edwards is feeling it. And Anderson with the rebound.
Not the shot that Matt Lonick wanted in that time. Edwards trying to hit a home run ball. You got to know time and score. You make a little run, you got to take the ball at the rim. This is a very good free throw shooting team, Valparaiso.
Heisey from the block to Carter. Now Carter drives, left hand finish, and an and-one opportunity for Valpo fans that are listening. It did affect the Beacons. Valpo at Southern Illinois was scheduled for January 29th, is now January 30th. And the Evansville at Valpo game was supposed to be February 1st, is now February 2nd. That's all because Loyola at Chicago was supposed to happen on Sunday. That's now January 27th. So the trickle-down effect affects just about everybody.
I get confused when I look at it. My hearts go out to the Valley office because they are trying to get all these games in. You know, last year they could plan ahead and they played those double headers back to back at the same venue. This year, that is not able to do that. Is this COVID has crept up on us since the holidays?
Really, the last month and a half was when it started to find that uptick, and now really affecting a lot of people across the country. Carter can't hit from the top of the key, and Preston Reedinger, freshman out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, a non-scholarship walk-on, was planning to redshirt, started to play for the Beacons on the 20th of December.
That last possession saw excellent free throw shooting team, Valparaiso.
How about their Sunday performance? 16 for 16 in that overtime win against Illinois State.
Second time that Valparaiso was perfect from the free throw line. Their first miss here is King missed the first one of that. They're 7 of 8 today. You do not want to get in a free throw shooting contest with the Beacons.
Titan Anderson working against Taylor. Gets the shot to fall. Titan Anderson, the lefty, with a nice move inside.
Anderson gaining confidence. 8 points. Great balance. Inside footwork.
Aaron Gordon feeding Taylor inside. Counting on Taylor with a bucket.
One of the few times we've seen Valparaiso get to the rim and score. And there's our guy again. Nate Heisey lulls to sleep on that baseline. Great cut and finish.
Heisey now with 7 points for the Panthers.
He just kind of kills you softly, Heisey, at both ends of the court. There is, again, King muscles his way to the basket, get himself again to the free throw line.
King going to work offensively. Here's a look at that backdoor cut.
Well, who delivers it? Again, our 6'10" ex-quarterback, Cole Henry.
Henry, one of the top passers. Austin Fife typically has that offense run through him for the UNI Panthers. And Fife coming off the bench today, played just over a minute. He's back on the bench and is dealing with some long-haul COVID effects after catching the virus this past summer. Just hasn't been able to get his lung capacity up to where he can handle multiple minutes in a game. There's also an example, Kevin, Nate Heisey. Coach Jacobs says we don't really draw a lot up specifically for him as Anderson creates once again on that lower block.
He has got a new career high, Titan Anderson.
10 points for Anderson. And
you like to have those guys. You mentioned Heisey that can score when you don't have to run plays for them. We're seeing the same thing. That's what they do with not only Heisey, but also Pickford. Now, Valpo trying to work themselves way back in this game by getting to the free throw line, but they've got to make some stops at the defensive end. Those points in the paint continue to mount for Northern Iowa. They have 34 of their 59 have been scored inside.
Henry down to the block, poked away by Cricky. Barrett comes away with the loose basketball. Barrett, sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois. Little academy. Here's Taylor working against the second-year freshman Anderson. Left it short. Henry had it tipped away, but it lands out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor. It'll be Panthers basketball.
Taylor getting more aggressive. The ball on the deck, trying to attack the rim.
He's an upperclassman guy. He's a versatile guy. Coach Loddick called him an elite shooter. But UNI just find an easy basket after easy basket,
well,
Kevin.
I talked to Seth Teller before the game, and here's one of the things that changed for the Panthers. They were in Hawaii. He couldn't go because he had the flu, and he watched the games on TV, and he said, I learned so much. It was such a different perspective to watch this team play on TV. When they came back, he had a 40-minute film session, and they really changed their style of play. You're trying to get what they call rim twos and threes and free throws.
Heisey with that three. He now has 10 points. To go along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
They've also tried to speed up their game Try to score early in the shot clock.
For the rematch of this one, you mentioned last year how teams would play 2 games, same weekend, same location. This year, when looked at the schedule, you know, and scheduling opportunities over the course of the summer, a lot of us were hopeful we'd be back to that normal schedule, and now starting to get disrupted a bit. COVID protocols. And
you can see the halftime talk by Matt Loddick was you got to start attacking the interior of this Northern Iowa defense. Valparaiso, this is going to be their 14th and 15th trip to the free throw line. They've come out in the second half and put the ball on the deck. First half, they kind of played around the edge. And they cleaned up their turnovers too, Brad. Just 1 turnover here in the second half for Valparaiso after they had 13 in the first half.
Helped UNI get a 21-point lead at the half. Here's Bourne on the driving on Barrett, who played 18 games last season. Had over a dozen starts, average 6.5 points per game, but checks out. Kobe King in. Here's Taylor working against Anderson.
Give Cricky some touches inside.
Reading her out to Edwards. Rebound by King. Gets it inside to Cricky for the 2.
Got to get the big man some touches. Great rebound and find by King.
Backdoor cut for Bourne. The lay-in. 2 more. Close to the rim for UNI.
Bourne getting more confident. You can see in his left hand, he's got the little finger taped to his other finger. That's where he had got a ball in the end and broke it.
There's King, the offensive rebound, flips it to Cricky.
Great instincts. As he was getting that rebound out of the corner of his eye, he saw Cricky inside, and the big lefty finishes strong.
And with that basket, Ben Cricky still just 6 points. The Panthers have really held Cricky in check. Averages 15.3 points per game. Leading scorer for Valparaiso coming into this contest.
How about this kid? He thinks he can score on anybody now. Titan Anderson.
Give him 2 more. His career high grows to 12 points tonight.
Well, he had a total of 16 points this whole season prior to this game for Titan Anderson. Next man up, Austin Fife. Only goes a few minutes. Titan Anderson gets a big hand from the Panther faithful here in the McLeod Center as he leaves the court. He is an energy guy. Both ends of the court.
And there you see Austin Fife. Such a positive personality and an uplifting guy. Still just brings so much to the team, even if he can't be out there on the court. You can see the smile on his face. How happy he is for his teammates when they're playing well.
Yeah, hearts go out to that young man. He's fought injuries 2 years ago and then again this season. Illnesses and injuries.
Played just 7 games back in the 2018-19 season. That was his sophomore year. Noah Carter put together a nice game. Carter with 18 points now. With 8 of 12 shooting.
They feel Cricky can handle him because of the size, so they don't send in a second defender. And Carter takes his time and scores. And you see the athletic ability of Kobe King, the transfer from the Wisconsin Badgers.
King now with 12 points for Valpo.
Gets better every game.
Bourne to Carter. Pickford can't get the layup to fall, but a foul called on Taylor. And it'll be 2 free throws for the super senior Taiwan Pickford. Wow. Kobe King, his first bucket as a Beacon was a dunk.
Power and some pop. Punched it through with both hands. He started all his games in that shortened season at Wisconsin 2 years ago. Was going to transfer to Nebraska, went in the portal. COVID hit. We mentioned, this is a great story. He found himself in Mankato, Minnesota, delivering furniture. And the guy who contacted was the point guard, Trevor Anderson. Said, hey, come join us at Valparaiso. I got Hedstrom coming from Wisconsin.
And he had signed with an agent, hoping to get to the NBA G League when COVID hit.
That's why he had to sit out the 9 games, because he had signed with an agent. And a number of football players in the Big Ten had done that when the season was canceled. So King able to get his eligibility restored after a 9-game sit-out. A big pickup here for Valpo.
King and Cricky working hard on the glass. Well, Noah Carter, he's got 20 points now for UNI.
He's just taking out your do-it-yourself kit, going one-on-one against Cricky and scoring, even though he's given up 3 inches.
Ties his season high.
There's where Ben Cricky is outstanding. That baseline jumper, old school game is what Ben Jacobson called it. He said, who shoots that 15-foot baseline jumper? No one anymore except Ben Cricky.
Shoots it well. Here's Burhow from the corner. Trey Burhow with his 4th three-pointer of the game.
And a hand in his face. Burhow delivers. King trying to step up offensively. Contested mid-range too.
The UNI Panthers getting to 80 points for the 2nd consecutive game. Burhow now with 17 points. Hits another 3.
2 years ago, Trey Burhow was one of the best three-point shooters in the country. Last year with A.J. Green injured, he had to handle the basketball more, and he struggled this year to get his range. This is the Trey Burhow we saw 2 years ago playing tonight. Points? Well, the answer is Noah Carter and Titan Anderson.
20 points against Bradley, averaged 11 points per game a season ago. His career high 28 points against Western Kentucky, where he made 9 three-pointers. Doing it a little differently here, just 1 of 4 from deep.
We had that huge game against Indiana State. I think we were on the call. We had 25 points, 13 rebounds. Noah Carter with the ability to score. And this guy's been quiet, A.J. Green. That's amazing. We've got 83 points by the Panthers. And A.J. Green,
he's got 7.
7.
That's 7 at halftime as well. Cricky inside, there's the tip pass, near takeaway by Green. It is off Cricky's leg, and it is going to be Panther basketball. The UNI defense not letting up at all.
From the opening tip, this defense was active and communicating, hands in the passing lanes. A.J. Green showing he can play both ends of the floor.
Diavero in the game for Valpo, and UNI with the turnover. Taiwan Pickford into the game. Burhow checks out.
The 9th turnover for the Panthers. I asked Ben Jacobson earlier in the season, what's a good number of turnovers? Because they're trying to play at a faster pace, and he's like to get it around 10 or 11 per game. Right now they're a little bit over 12 on average, but just 9 here today.
Diavero.
Some good ball movement.
King with it now. Pull up jumper, little 9-footer rattles home.
Well, we didn't see that in the first half. You got to play the 2nd and 3rd side, then put the ball on the deck and attack the gaps. That's what Kobe King can do for you.
Here's Heisey with Cricky on him. The stop, turnaround jumper is short. Quickly ahead to King.
That's where he's good. This is where he's really good. Couldn't finish, but open court.
And the takeaway for Edwards, fires the 3. Anderson with the rebound for UNI.
Sheldon Edwards cannot resist an open 3. That's when he could have took right to the rim.
Pickford goes inside, and that's taken away by Taylor. Look, Kevion Taylor just does so much for the Beacons.
Yeah, he's been good at both ends. Another experienced guy, fifth-year guy out of Winona State. Another one of those 5 transfers. And that's what he really does well. The 3 ball.
That's his second. You would say one of your top newcomers in the Missouri Valley Conference this season. We'll have a list that we'll get to in a bit, but Roberts and Schweiger playing well.
Terry Roberts. We saw him in Virgin Islands for 3 games for Bradley. He is explosive. Terry Roberts for Bradley, averaged just under 17 a game.
A tie game between Bradley and Missouri State. Roberts finally on the board, but Leons, Kent, Mast, and Tavanainen in double figures for Bradley, trying to come back. We're down against Missouri State. Here's Bowen Bourne in the lane. It's off the mark, rebounded by Edwards.
A good defensive transition by Northern Iowa.
Carter swats it.
It's been a tough day at the office for Ben Cricky. Foul trouble early. Came out in the second half, tried to get some easy, quick buckets for the Beacons. This has been traditionally a very difficult place for Valparaiso to win in Cedar Falls. Last year, the first time in 14 trips, they got to win inside. Taylor knocking down some threes. The transfer from Winona State, big score at Winona State. And 78 consecutive games now for Taylor where he's made a 3.
He's been good defensively, too. You see the tipped ball there by Carter. He's just 1 point off his season high as Green gets fouled by Gordon. And Kevin, coming in, Valparaiso has so many veteran guys on the roster. You almost expect them to be able to handle some really tough situations like what you and I did in that first half, but they're also still learning how to play together. Very new team.
They added 6 games ago, Kobe King. Ben Cricky missed the first 3 games with a bad ankle. And Matt Loddick said this team is still, they got a high ceiling, and I could tell he likes this team. Guys that can pass, shoot, dribble. Really look for more skilled players. That's why he went to the transfer portal.
Without Thomas Kithier tonight as well.
Kithier, their best rebounder, and a real, very good facilitator. Guy who played for Michigan State, Final Four experience. There'll be better days ahead for Matt Loddick and this group.
Meanwhile, for you and I, the last couple of games, they've seemed like a completely different team than what they showed in November and December.
I think that trip to Hawaii, even though they had 2 close losses to Liberty and Wyoming, was good for them. A lot of times you take your team out of the country. Well, they were still in the country, I'm sorry. But long trip. They grow together as a group. I think they learned a lot about themselves, not only as teammates, but how they want to play the game on that. And we've seen it at Evansville, nice win against Evansville, game you called on Sunday with Adam Emenecker. And then today, total domination from the opening tip at both ends of the floor.
Gordon gets fouled. Well, let's take a look at tonight's play of the game, brought to you by Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. You touched on Nate Heisey in the opening. Man, he started the game electric.
A blow by, pogo stick punching through Nate Heisey. 10 points. The play of the game.
Fresh new haircut today. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for the Lake City, Minnesota native. Member of the 2021 Missouri Valley Conference all-freshman team. As you and I goes to the bench, you see Carter exiting with his 20-point night. 17 for Burhow, 10 for Heisey.
Ben Jacobson's message was after you got to catch the momentum from that big win over Evansville, and you got to enjoy the moment because you never know when a game will be canceled.
Saw Titan Anderson there as well. 12 points for him tonight. A great outing, huge production from the young guy.
And this kid too, Cole Henry. Big night for him. You can just see the confidence growing in Titan Anderson and Cole Henry.
Reedinger for three from the left wing.
Preferred walk-on. Preston Reedinger is getting some minutes out of Oshkosh. Valparaiso has a lot of connections in the Wisconsin area. Recruit heavily there. That's the reason they were able to get Kobe King. They recruited him before he went to Wisconsin. Trevor Anderson, Stevens point guy.
There's a three from the corner for UNI's Drew Daniel, the freshman out of West Des Moines, Iowa, out of Dowling Catholic.
I love that kid because he's got that shooting machine out every day. The rest of the team leaves. He rolls that thing out and shoots for an hour. Daniel.
Kimmons misses the layup. It pays off, though.
He was working that today. I had a little discussion with Drew Daniel.
Daniel with the rebound. Coaches will tell you, shoot 100 shots, shoot 500 shots. You might only need to make one, but you'll be prepared. There's Kimmons with a nice take.
I wish I had that shooting machine when I was playing. Thing just keeps kicking it back to you.
No rebounder needed. Final 30 seconds of this contest. Edstrom is stripped. UNI can hold this one. 92 points for the UNI Panthers. They shot 58% in the first half, 61%